just watched our team video on YouTube. It was awesome. Brought back some good memories, and I really wanted to be a part of it. I just completely got sidetracked and forgot that I was supposed to make a video for it. I've been really busy, so I thought I'd send something out to you guys now. Um, it's almost midnight, so I'm gonna be deep in my feelings in this video for you guys. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank all the parents for everything you guys have done for the team this season. You guys have made our job as coaches extremely helpful. I mean, bringing food for us on all those those weekend trips. It's greatly appreciated. You have no idea because I think we went to the weekend at Culver when they didn't allow parents. We were struggling. Our tent broke. We were low on food. So you guys have no idea how much we need you and how much we appreciate everything that you guys have done for us. You guys have great kids. Thank you for trusting Coach and I with them every day. Um, it's been such a pleasure to get to know each and every single one of you, and I really, really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate the coach's gift that you guys put together. As you can see, I'm wearing the sweater right now, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything you guys have done. Um, Secondly, I would like to thank all the kids on JV for their efforts this year. I would love to talk about each and every single individual, but I'd like to keep this somewhat short for you guys. So I want to thank all the kids on JV for their efforts, and you guys brought great energy to practice. From actually the first day of conditioning, you guys brought great energy. I loved grinding with you guys every day, and I hope that you guys keep grinding going forward. For the ones that are returning, you see what the grind is about to make it to stay. It's an everyday grind, not just during the season, but the off season as well. So I hope you guys are putting in work in this time, or try to find some type of way you can get in a workout every day or something. I know it's COVID and it's tough, but just try to grind every day, because that's what it takes for us to keep our program where it's at. And for the seniors that are in JV, you guys will greatly be missed. You guys were awesome. And it was a pleasure just working with you guys and getting to know you guys on an everyday basis. All right, and now I'll talk about individuals on varsity, because I feel like I've spent the most time with you guys. We had so many overnight weekends. I practice with you guys every day. Like, it'd be a crime if I didn't talk about all the individuals on varsity. So I'm gonna start off with Adam Montine, freshman. I remember you coming in first day of conditioning. You showed nothing but hard work, man, and you're about the grind. I love that. I remember in pool play, we put you in top 10 pool play, and you just kept showing why you deserve a spot where you had it for the majority of the season. You you always gave your 110%, whether it just be starting off on small ball during a warm up, or if we had to run a minor. I loved seeing you grind, man. I loved grinding with you. I loved teaching you the game as you loved learning the game. And it was just such a pleasure to see you grow throughout the year. I mean, you had a winning record as a freshman on varsity. That's very rare in our program. So I want you to be proud of that, and I also want that to motivate you going forward. And I know you're about the grind. I knew you were about the grind, especially when I think it was our overnight going into the Final Four match against North Central. It was I think it was like 7 a.m. in the morning. I saw you walk into the hotel gym to get a quick workout in, and I was like, man, I love that about you, man. Like, you're willing to put in that work every single day, and I hope you continue to do that. You still didn't beat me to the gym, but I hope you continue to grind like that every day, man. And I'm really proud of the season you had, and I know there's nothing but a bright future for you in this program coming ahead for your next 3 years. So it was a pleasure coaching you, man. Okay, now I'll start with top seven. I'll just start with our two. I'll start from how our lineup was. That's how I remember it. So I'll start with our two doubles team. Um, Nick Steffen, man, you were another guy about the grind. Starting from day one, I saw you. You were an athlete, man, and you like to hoop. So I love that. We still gotta get our 1v1 going one day. But you were someone who would do conditioning in the morning, and then I would see you up at Omni later, still getting your second workout for the day. So keep putting in that hard work, man, because that hard work, it's gonna come into play one day during a big match. Um, and it was always pleasure grinding up against you during conditioning, man. You're fast. I couldn't beat you sometimes, and I appreciate all the hard work you give day in and day out, man. Like you had your injury with your shoulder that you were bummed about, but you were putting in the rehab work every day, and you were always showing up to practice to cheer on your teammates. And if you couldn't practice one day, but you could do the conditioning, whether it was running a major, minor, 3-2-1, you would try to get in your work somehow, some way, man. And that goes, that's big time, man. That's something you can't coach, man. That's awesome, and I love to see that from you, man. And I hope that your surgery goes well. And if you're looking for a place for physical therapy, man, you know where to come. I'll take care of you. And it was a pleasure seeing you grow from day one to the end of the season too. And and you helped us out a lot at two doubles, man. You were so solid. You were you were willing to work on every part of your game. If something wasn't working a day at practice, you were struggling on your backhands, you'd want to go to a separate court and just work on backhands for 30 minutes or volleys for 30 minutes. And I hope you continue to do that going forward into your senior year, man, because you're going to have a big year next year. And I'm excited to see it. So I wish you nothing but the best, man. Keep the grind going, all right? Next, Max Ladd, my boy. Man, you were just a joy to be around, man. Honestly, the moment I'd walk into practice and we'd see each other, we'd be dapping up, saying what's up, how's your day, man, and you brought a great energy for this team, man, and you were a great captain for this team as well. Seeing you grow as a leader from day one till the end of the season, pushing everybody to another level, pushing yourself to another level. It was a pleasure being around you, man. And one thing that I'll always cherish is the inter squad doubles. You and me got paired up together, and you were undefeated. So hey, we went 3-0. I kept you undefeated, and I hope you let everyone know for the rest of their lives, man. They're all holding L's from an old guy like me and you. So that was awesome, man. We went 3-0, and I'll never forget when Ryan gave us that call in our favor, and Charlie got really pissed at him for the for the rest of that match, and we came back down 7-4. That's something I'll always remember, man. You're a hilarious kid. Um, you went off on top as well because you won your last match in the Final Four against North Central. So that's a beautiful way to end your season, man. And I hope we cross paths one day in the future, whether it be in the Bloom or whether it be on the tennis court, man. But what I told you from when I got to know you, we've come actually a long way from our first day at conditioning when I yelled at you for taking a water break. I would say we became pretty tight by the end of the year. And like I always say, man, I just hope you're being safe, man. Be safe and enjoy the rest of your senior year. And I wish you nothing but the best going forward in your life, man. And it's been a pleasure coaching you as well. All right, next we got our one doubles team. I'll start off with Ryan. Um, Ryan, man, I remember seeing you in conditioning when we did rankings, and I went up against you. I remember coming up against this scrawny kid, and I was like, man, I'm about to kill him in this tiebreak and move on. But you quickly showed me judging a book by its front cover is a huge mistake because you killed me in the tiebreak. And then I remember going down and coming back up against you, and you beat me like that whole day, like three, four times in a row, man. And from that day going forward, you had my respect. Not only because you weren't afraid of anything, but you're also willing. You always give your 110%, man. I remember even if we just be running a minor just to get some conditioning work in, you're always giving it your 110%, busting your ass, and I love that, man, because that's what got you to where you got. That fight, you making it to the individual state final four was nothing short of what how hard you worked from the beginning of the season till the end of the season. That's hard work, man, and that hard work pays off. And I hope you continue to work hard, man. And it was such a pleasure. You're such a good kid, man, on and off the court. I really appreciate you, man. You pushed me some days to run harder during some minors because I always see you giving your 110%. It makes me want to give my 110%. And so keep grinding, man. Don't change who you are, man. And I see you having a big senior season building off this junior season as well. So be safe. And it was a pleasure coaching you as well. Next, Charlie Morton. Man, this kid, first of all, you cracked me. You were probably the one person who made me laugh the most on this team. Who I don't even think at times you were trying to be funny, but you're just used to crack me up, man. And you are also about the grind, man. I remember during conditioning, I would push the team saying five kids needed to beat me in a major unless you guys run in another one. And let's say I remember I used to be ahead of you sometimes, but you always had this third gear, man, that you just turn it on and you'd push yourself harder and you'd always beat me somehow. So I always appreciated your grind, man. But the thing I appreciate the most about you is your hunger for competition, man. You want it so bad that like there's nothing that can stop you out there. You're not afraid of anybody that steps in front of you, and you want it so bad. I love competing against you, man. It's like a joy. Like I love playing doubles against you. I loved hearing you yell on points as loud as you can to try to affect the other opponent. Like that kind of stuff. I love seeing that, man. And you appreciate my two favorite athletes, MJ and Kobe, man. So you're a hell of a doubles player as well, man. You got a really good serve. I mean, you're the way you carried one doubles. We didn't take it for granted. I know Coach and I never took it for granted because you were huge, huge at that position for us, man. And I enjoyed watching you play every match. And I loved going into matches knowing that you wanted to kill the other team. You just wanted to kill them. It wasn't about even winning for you. You wanted to kill them. And I love that attitude. And I hope you continue to do that. And I hope you keep grinding every single day because I want to see you win that individual state championship at one doubles next year, man. So I hope you push yourself every day. And all that screaming that you do on points, though, it wasn't intimidating for me because I knew my man Charlie, I have to expose you, but you can't even do 10 push-ups, man. So I hope your number one priority this off season is getting in the gym and getting stronger because that's gonna put you at a whole new level going in for next year, man. All jokes aside, I hope you're in the gym every day grinding, and you know where to. If you need some help with any workouts or anything, you can always shoot me a text, and I'll help you out where I can help you, man. And Just remember, man, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Um, next, three singles. Daniel Stroka. Um, man, you you started out. I remember coming into conditioning, seeing you as a solid player, man. I was excited to see you in the go on throughout the beginning of the season, but you got injured with your collarbone. But it was a pleasure just sitting next to you at practice, just talking with you, man, and getting to know you. Always talking about sports and seeing you always show up to practice, whether it was just to cheer your teammates on when you couldn't do anything, or you were always telling me you're going on long walks just to try to do something to keep yourself active and stay in shape. And then when eventually you were able to start running, you were running like 6 minors at practice just to get back in shape so you're ready to go once you are cleared from rehab. And man, that's big time, man. You were about that grind, and you were always willing to put in the work at practice. I remember the day you came back, you played like a set against coach, you played a set against me, and then you were running drills. I mean, that kind of grind, man, you can't teach that kind of grind. You were willing to do whatever it took to win. And my favorite part was just seeing you. You struggled in the beginning when you came back. I remember you took a loss at Fisher's in the championship match. You were sad about it, man. You were struggling in some matches against some other teams that I saw you struggling with, but man, there was beauty in that struggle because I saw you keep working hard every day at practice because you kept believing in yourself, and that says a lot, man. You were grinding. You were willing to you were willing to practice in the morning and then practice at night. And I think one of my favorite moments. I've only coached for 2 years, but one of my favorite moments, man, was finally seeing you succeed in that final eight match against Center Grove. Um, You went down, I think 6-1 in the first set, and then came back, won the second set 6-4, and then I think the third set was 6-4 too. And just seeing you, I remember you won the last point. You just fell to the ground like with a sigh of relief, man, and it made me like a lot of people ask me like why I coach, like man, like they don't really pay the coaches good or whatever, but man, like I coach for moments like that, man. Like that moment of seeing you succeed in that moment from the way you struggled up until that moment and then seeing you work hard up until that moment to see you succeed in that moment, man, that's priceless. Like that was awesome. And I am so proud of you, man. Like I remember we were talking in the when you went down in the first set, you came to me, you're like, man, how we doing as a team? I was like, man, it's looking like it's gonna come down to you and two doubles. And you're like, the team needs me, and you were like, I'm built for this. I remember that, and you said it to me with such confidence that I remember I was like, you're gonna win this match. I had no doubt in my mind, and that's about the only thing I'm gonna share from our exchange throughout that whole match because the rest of it's pretty rated R. But man, when you won that match, it was awesome, man, and I hope you realize that you worked hard to get that dub. Not only that day did you grind, but you were grinding all the way up until that point, and that hard work finally paid off for you, man. And you got our team back to a Final Four, the first time since 2010. And that's huge, man. And it was just great being around you, man. You seeing you and Nikki always uh fighting with each other, annoying each other, man, joking after practice at the car for the boys, man. Like it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure working with you, man, seeing you grow, and I hope you're grinding in the off season, man, because you got 2 solid years left for this program. Um, next two singles, Nikki, man, the you. A lot of people, I knew this young fellow when he was just like a little baby, man. He used to, I was, for those who don't know, anyways, I was his big brother's doubles partner for 4 years. So I remember you when you were just a little toddler. You used to come see us play, and you'd always have you were a chubby little kid. You'd always have a big smile. You had your big glasses on, man, and you were always all the kids on the team at my time used to love seeing you. You were like, man, this is the cutest kid. And now fast forward, I'm seeing you as a grown man almost, man. Like you're in shape now. You're playing two singles varsity. Killing it too, man. Like you're like almost like your family's almost like a second family. You're like a little brother to me, man. So it was super dope to coach you and play against you and just seeing you continue to grind every single day, man. Like you were big for us. You were our for sure point at two singles the whole way through. I remember at North Central you were down the first set in like two of the three matches that you played out there, and you came back in those second set always. And then you won in two 10-point tie breaks, and you won that North Central invite. I was super proud of you. Um, I know things didn't go the way you wanted at state, but man, that's part of sports, and I know that you're gonna bounce back even better going forward. Um, I even got this thing. I took this thing out of my room because I thought I could share this with you, man. I want you to read this. It says, I've missed more than 900 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. And I want you to see who said that. That's Michael Jordan, man, the GOAT. So I want you to know that even though you had a rough time in state, man, the greatest athletes in the world have failed, have had super tough losses. But don't let that define you, man. I know that you will bounce back and let it make you stronger going forward. And can't wait to see what kind of damage you're going to do next year, man. Just keep grinding. And you know you can shoot me a text whenever you want. If you need workouts, if you ever want to work out together, I'll show you whatever I can, man. And you got a bright future ahead of you, kid. And it was a pleasure coaching you. And then last but not least, our one singles Payne Speck. Man, you're just like one of the nicest kids I've ever met, man. You're a great captain for the team, one of the best leaders I've seen on a sports team who just doesn't care about the top players, but you care about the last person on the team. I think, like Coach said in the video, you're always asking for kids if they need a ride home, ride to practice, ride to a match. You're always informing people what uniforms to wear for what match. I mean, hell, you're even reminding me things that sometimes too, because I forget. Um, and then not only that, you're always working hard every single day at practice. I mean, your grind is top tier. You're always one player that I couldn't figure out. I don't know why. You had a very clever game the way you played, but I struggled against you in 21. I think every single day I would just hope that I was put on your team because you didn't take too many losses in 21. Um, but I really appreciate everything you've done for this program. Um, I only got to be there for your senior year, but I know that you were a huge impact for the 3 years before. Um, I'm happy that your final senior year was the most successful one out of it. And I know you're going to be great on and off the court going into the future. And I always enjoyed competing against you, whether it would be on the court during 21, just hitting with you, or conditioning too. I mean, you were always at the top, always finishing first. I remember I'd start a major off and I'd be in the lead thinking I'm gonna win today, but then here comes Payne and just You pass me up and then you look at me and you're like, "What's wrong, coach? What you slowing down?" And you're speeding up and you're finishing before me like a quart ahead of me. And I have nothing but mad respect for you, man. And like I said, I wish you the best going forward. And it was a pleasure as well to coach you too, man. Um, and then last but not least, my man, Coach Spoor, man. I saw Coach Spoor start off as an assistant for me all the way back in 2013, his first year as a coach. And now you're head coach for girls and boys, man, and you're killing it, man. And I don't think people understand the type of time he puts in to make sure all these kids are safe, getting us from place to place, setting up our schedule. It takes a lot of time, and man, I greatly appreciate everything you've done for me. You make my job a hell of a lot easier as assistant coach, and I really enjoy it, man. This was one year I think we got to know each other better than ever with driving down together at invites. I appreciate the rides you've given me, man, and I had a lot of fun, man. So thank you for everything you've done for the team, and thank you for everything you've done for me. It's been such a pleasure coaching alongside you, man, and hopefully we have some more successful years to come. Uh, looks like I'm at like 26 minutes. I didn't mean to go this long, boys. Um, I miss you guys though, man. Like 3 o'clock hits the time when I'm at work, and I'm like, man, I miss being out there with the boys. Um, if there's one message that I hope to send to you guys going forward, it would just be to work hard, man. I hope all you guys just work hard and you can achieve anything in this life. And it's been such a pleasure to coach you guys, get to know you guys. You guys are great kids. And thank you for making me a better person. And I hope I was able to impact you guys in a positive way this year as well. We had a great, successful season. And I hope that if you guys ever need anything from me, you can contact me whenever. And I hope all of you have a great Thanksgiving, a good Christmas, and I hope all of you are staying safe. And you guys are like a second family to me now. So I love you guys. Take care and